This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. You look at Dallas, and certainly on paper, this game is something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected to win by a large margin. Because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
Now here's Green. Pass to Edwards. Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA. Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. Three-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
That free throw, no good. Grant, when it comes to Anthony Edwards, Fair to say he's meeting expectations so far.
Oh, no question, B.A. The first overall pick in the 2020 draft, Edwards has been anything but a bust. Now we are seeing him trying to compete for titles.
Inside. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Ayton uses his length to his advantage. No doubt on the dunk.
Here's Pippen. Drummond inside. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. Here's George.
Oh, Paul George, let him hear you with that finish. That is nicely done.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Drummond with the screen. Here's Green. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
Now here's George. A production powerhouse for this team, putting up 36 and a half a game.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Green. To the middle. Drummond. And Ayton pulls it down. Now here's George. And he banks in the layup. George has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Pass to Edwards. Here's Pippen. Defended by Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Edwards, no good.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
And here's George. Out to the right wing. The floater. The three from Ayton. The Mavericks pull it in.
Just their first miss of the night. They've been aggressive and they've been proficient.
Oh, George with a steal. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Mavericks trail by 5. Ball with a steal. Pass to Holmgren. George outside. To the inside. Here's Ayton. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Ayton's got his second basket of the night.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Here's Pippen. No points yet. Pass to Green. Will it go? And he sinks the layup.
I love it. What concentration. Green taking the contact well and converting with confidence.
Now Ayton. He tries for 3. And from the field after that one, 3 for 4 now.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
A minute 29 left now in the first quarter. Back to Edwards. George with a steal. Here's the break. There's Jackson with the 3. Hits the trifecta.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Pass to Edwards. The 3. The rebound by Jackson.
I think he's got to settle down because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter he has been completely bothered.
Yeah, the savvy of Horford on display. Just tremendous passing as a big.
Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
Now here's Edwards. Really helps his team on offense, recording 20 points a game. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Connects from downtown. George has got 7.
Oh, it's just raining threes for them early.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Pass to Edwards. To the left side wing. Got it off in time. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. They lead by 14. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
With their offense clicking on all cylinders.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Now George. Pass to Walker. George with it. 6 to shoot. Down low. Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, Mr. Ayton decides, why just lay it up when you can finish with authority?
Now Green. From deep three-point land. That one is off.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Nice shot by George.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Doris, we've heard Paul George get a lot of praise from the next generation of NBA talent.
We sure have, and it's easy to see why, Brian. This guy is fundamentally sound. He does a little bit of everything, can shoot with range, can get off the bounce. His game is so polished and smooth, worthy of emulation.
Up top, Ayton. Back to George. From behind the arc. Mavericks with the rebound.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
George feels it out a bit. Pass to Ayton. And another shot. And he takes it up and lays it in. Ayton's got 4 points this quarter.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Here's Pippen. Outside, Green. And Dallas hits again from deep.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, B.A., they should really stick with what they've been doing.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his first foul. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Here's Holmgren. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. And stolen by Holmgren. Pass to George. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And we've seen the league ramp up the series model where teams play each other in the same arena twice in a row. What do you think, Doris?
DA, I absolutely love this. And more importantly, the coaches seem to engage highly in it because they feel to a certain degree it brings you a level of almost playoff-like repetition.
Now here's Monk. Pass to Edwards. From the arc. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Mavericks trail by 12. Here's Monk. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. Outside Conley. Left side Edwards. Clock at 6. Back to Conley. Launches a 3.
The focus ball brings to his defense is admirable. He doesn't let himself get distracted from covering his guy.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks.
Yeah, super comfortable from deep. Ball has been launching shots from there since he was young.
To the paint. Monk. The layup off target.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Back to Aiden. It's stolen by Kuminga. Here's Edwards. Pass to Kuminga. The kick out to Conley. Back to Kuminga. To the middle. Here's Williams. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Back to George. That one goes. Count it. George has got 11 points.
Yeah, love the way Paul George fights for position on the interior.
Now here's Conley. Yet to see a basket. Doubled by Jackson. Down low. Outside Monk. And here's Kuminga for 3. Great D that time from Holmgren. And they're on the run. Some room here for George. And the baseline jumper goes down. He's got 13.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Lets it go. Drummond grabs the miss.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Outside, Green. From outside, off the mark. For three, George drains the triple. George has got 16 points now.
Are you kidding me? Just look at what Paul George is doing to the defense over and over. My goodness.
Pass to Green. Green, a screen. Here's Drummond. Misses in close.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Basket counts.
Oh, he is absolutely unstoppable right now. Paul George in rhythm. Look out.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Offensive board. Here's Pippen. Doubled by Jackson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Mavericks trail by 21. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Drummond. They need this. Misses at the rim.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Outside, Green. Pass to Drummond. And here's Horford for 3. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Pippen. And that comes off the assist by Green. Pippen's got a second bucket on the night.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Pass to Jackson. Three-pointer off the mark. And Dallas with possession. Trailing by 19.
And this guy can just fly. Green lifts off and slams it down.
And here's Jackson. Fires in the triple. Jackson's got 6.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Pass to Green. Tipped. Here's George. Knocks down the 18-footer. George has got 9 points here in the second half.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Stolen by Jackson. Jumps up. And the dunk by Jackson.
A mistake by the defense. You can't let Ball's teammates get open because he will find them.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He wants to review the game plan. And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for Dallas. In the third quarter, with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock, they set the pick to stop the run. No good that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Ayton. George with the bucket. George has got 24 points.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Pass to Edwards.
2 minutes.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Dallas shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw.
I think Mike Conley historically will always be part of the grit and grind mentality where he spent his career in Memphis, but this guy's skill set allows him to fit in with any organization.
Just 5 on the clock. And here's Edwards outside. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Great work to clear some space around the rim and set himself up for that putback.
Yes, sir. That was a huge follow. Here's Ayton. Goes back up. Kicks it to George. The three from Ball. Williams grabs the board. This Maverick squad struggling. No good with a layup.
Hey, the struggle is real. He hasn't found much success with his offense today.
Here's George. The kick out to Ball. Pass to Walker. The three is up. Mavericks with the rebound. 56 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Edwards. Right side Conley. Back to Edwards. Shoots over George. Again, the miss by Edwards.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Great effort to track down the long rebound.
On target from range. Edwards got 7.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
And here's George. He's got 24. Outside Walker. Kicks it to George. Up in time. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. Delivering the
away team, 51.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Mavericks trail by 20. Here's Pippen. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There's some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
Here we go. Green with the ball. Guarded now by Ball.
Horford is such a tremendous passer as a big man. Wow, does he get work done offensively.
Over to the wing. Grabs the miss. About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Pippen. Edwards looking for an opening. Clock at 4. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Shoots over George. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Ball outside. And there's the drive. There's Jackson with the 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Horford, right side. Oh, George with a steal. Jackson for 3. They get it back. Second chance shot. Ayton, no good. Mavericks trail by 19. Outside, Green. Here's Edwards. Here's Pippen. Now Edwards. The 3. Pure from 3-point range.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Knocked away. Outside for Green. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Pass to Drummond. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
George outside. Ball with it. Lets it go from deep. And the three-pointer goes.
Nice quick trigger from Ball right there. Good at sizing up the defense and knowing when to shoot off the pass.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Edwards. Left side, Green. Just 5 to shoot. The kick out to Edwards. To the right side. Fires the three. And Green, good for 3. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, and Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot. And it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
And it's Holmgren missing.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Green with the ball. Outside Edwards. Back to Green. Stolen by Ball. Right wing. Pass to George. A minute 37 left to play in the fourth. From deep three-point range, Edwards pulls it in.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Here's Pippen. From downtown, hits a three-pointer.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Here's George. Money from the wing. George has got 13 in the second half.
The way they dominated, they earned the dub tonight.
And they just went out and executed. Give credit to the coaching staff. They have to be thrilled with their level of play.
George with a steal. Three-pointer. Gets the three to fall.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Edwards, no good. George outside. Pass to Jackson. Six on the shot clock. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's Pippen. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this